Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news all right, so folks. You've probably heard the rumors swirling around lately, and I've got some pretty explosive news that could reshape the landscape of the NFC East, and honestly, the entire NFC playoff picture. Word is that the Washington Commanders are on the verge of making a massive move, potentially acquiring one of the most disruptive pass rushers in the league right now, Max Crosby, the star edge from the Las Vegas Raiders. This isn't just some offhand trade rumor. This is a serious, bombshell-level development that could propel Washington's defense into a new stratosphere. And trust me, if this deal goes through, it's going to send shockwaves through the division and could give the Commanders the edge they've been desperately seeking all season long. Let's back up and give a little context here. The Raiders are currently sitting at a disappointing 2-8 record, struggling to find consistency on offense and defense alike. They've been battling injuries and poor execution, and it's clear that they're looking to shake things up. According to sources, the Raiders are open to trading Crosby, a 4-time Pro Bowler and one of the most feared pass rushers in the NFL, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's right, a future first-rounder, which shows just how highly the Raiders value Crosby and how much they're willing to rebuild. For the Raiders, it's all about cap space and focusing on their quarterback situation, especially with their cap future looking at a hefty $107 million in dead cap and a need to free up room to address their issues at QB and elsewhere. Now, for the Commanders, this isn't just another potential signing. This is a game changer. Max Crosby, 26, has been a consistent force on the edge, and his stats speak for themselves. Last season, he racked up 37 combined tackles, including 14 assists, and logged 5 sacks. But what really makes him stand out is his ability to generate pressure, force turnovers, and disrupt the opposing offense. His PFF grade of 80.5 puts him firmly in the top 20 of all edge defenders in the league, and he's been particularly effective at getting to the quarterback and collapsing the pocket. Imagine pairing Crosby with the other pass rushers already on the roster, guys like Montez Sweat, Chase Young, and even some of the young talent the Commanders are developing. That's a pass rush that can strike fear into any quarterback, especially with the kind of consistency Crosby can bring. The potential fit here is perfect. Washington has been searching for that elite pass rusher to complement their defensive line, and Crosby's addition would immediately elevate their entire defense. Remember, the Commanders are currently dealing with some injury issues on their defensive front, including Chase Young being on IR with a knee injury. Adding Crosby would not only boost their pass rush, but also create a more aggressive, disruptive defense that can keep opponents on their heels all game long. And with the team already featuring a solid secondary, including the likes of Kendall Fuller and Emmanuel Forbes, having a dominant pass rush would turn that secondary into one of the league's best. The numbers tell a compelling story. Crosby is averaging about 1.8 sacks per game over his career, and has been projected to hit around 15 sacks this season if he stays healthy and gets consistent snaps. His pressure rate of 18% and EPA, expected points added, per sack of -2.5 show just how impactful he is when he's on the field. Not to mention his ability to generate turnovers with a career interception and forced fumble tally that adds even more value to his game. The Commanders are looking to improve in third down efficiency and red zone defense, two areas where Crosby's relentless pass rush could make a significant difference. Opponents currently average over 26 points per game against Washington, but with the addition of a player like Crosby, that number could drop significantly, making the defense much more formidable. From a strategic standpoint, this move makes a lot of sense for the Commanders. They've got a cap space of around $25 million, which gives them some room to maneuver, especially if they make strategic cuts or restructuring. Their biggest need has been pass rush, especially with the injuries and inconsistencies they've faced on their defensive line. Crosby, with his proven track record and elite talent, could be the perfect piece to anchor their rush and allow other players to thrive. And let's not forget, he's only 26, so he's entering the prime years of his career, meaning the Commanders could potentially have him for a long time, building a core of young, talented defenders. Now the real question is, what's the impact of this trade on the division? Well, it's huge. The NFC East has been tightly contested this season, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all jockeying for playoff positioning. Adding Crosby to Washington's roster could tip the scales in their favor, especially if they can keep their offense consistent and improve their overall team chemistry. The Commanders have been trending upward, and this kind of aggressive move signals that they're serious about contending now, not just rebuilding for the future. Of course, there are skeptics. Some Raiders fans and analysts believe that losing Crosby could hurt their immediate prospects, especially since they're already struggling and need every bit of pass rush help they can get. But for the Raiders, it's a calculated move. They're prioritizing cap space and draft capital to rebuild around their young quarterback and future stars. For the Commanders, it's a chance to seize a potential playoff advantage and solidify their defense as one of the league's nastiest. Looking ahead, if this trade happens, expect a lot of buzz around the NFC East and the league as a whole. Washington could become a real dark horse in the playoff hunt, especially if Crosby's impact translates into more sacks, forced turnovers, and overall defensive dominance. The fans should be excited. This is the kind of move that can energize the entire team and fan base, bringing new hope and a sense of urgency that this team can really compete for a deep run. And let's not forget, the excitement around Crosby isn't just about his stats or his talent. It's about what he represents, a bold statement that the Commanders are serious about winning now, about making a splash in the NFL, and about establishing themselves as a true playoff threat. With the right coaching, a solid offensive line, and this kind of defensive firepower, Washington's chances of making a deep postseason run increase dramatically. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. But of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. The trade still needs to be finalized, and there are many moving parts: contract negotiations, physicals, and league approvals. Still, the signs point to something big happening soon, and if it does, Washington fans, you'll want to be ready. Crosby would bring a proven track record of elite production and leadership to a team that's on the cusp of something bigger. The potential here is enormous, and it's the kind of move that could define the team's trajectory for years to come. This is also a reflection of the Commanders' front office, showing that they're not content with just competing, they want to dominate. Building a defense with Crosby at the forefront would not only improve their chances for the rest of this season, but also set a foundation for sustained success. It's about making a statement, about showing the NFC East and the league that the Commanders are back in the game and ready to fight tooth and nail for a Super Bowl. Now, fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Crosby would be the game changer Washington needs? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in the burgundy and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get a conversation going. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for everything Washington Commanders, the latest news, analysis, and inside scoops. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting yet, and with moves like this, the future looks even brighter for our beloved team. So, Commanders fans, keep the faith, stay loud, and let's get ready for what could be one of the most historic chapters in franchise history. We're on the edge of something big, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Until next time, stay passionate, stay proud, and as always, hail to the Commanders.